This house is called to restore the Judases. What do I mean by that? People that have cursed the church or might have even cursed you.
Wow.
When they come repentant back to the house, you're going to give them back their position of honor.
Wow.
Which is going to require mercy and grace. Yes, it's going to be done with wisdom and discernment. Please, everything I'm saying needs to be coupled with wisdom and discernment. But we work from a place where if someone crosses us, hurts us, offends us, even if they ask for forgiveness, let's be honest, what do? Well, you have to earn. You have to earn my trust. You have to earn back your place of position in this house that you so casually and so flippantly gave away. Things are changing. God's saying, I put a thief as my treasurer. You see, the betrayal of Judas never threatened the intimacy that Jesus was offering him. I'm going to say that again. The betrayal of Judas never threatened the invitation for intimacy that Jesus was offering. No matter how much Judas betrayed, and Jesus knew what was in his heart, every day Jesus is ministering to him, teaching, doing fellowship, even washing his feet, an invitation constantly. 24/7 being extended. Judas, but I still want you. Judas, there's still an invitation. Judas, I still want a relationship. Judas, you're not disqualified. Judas, come on. I still want you. I still choose you. And we have to be, as a church, Jesus. Because there's going to be a lot of Judases walking back in that have cursed this house, have cursed the leadership here, have maybe cursed you or hurt your feelings, and your natural response is going to be, well, I'm really glad they got right, but I'm not trusting them, and I'm certainly not giving them a place of favor in this house. And God's saying, Be like the father of the prodigal son. Throw the most lavish party. Give them the signet ring, which represents authority. And say, we've prepared a feast for you. We're excited you're back. Because your betrayal doesn't dictate our heart for you. We love regardless. In this house, you don't have to earn our love. In this house, you just get to get loved.
That's right.
If you mess up in this house, it's okay. We'll walk you through the process of restoration, but we're going to love you in the journey.
That's right.
It's not about lowering your standard. It's about calling people up to a higher one.
Here it is.
It's not about lowering your standard. It's about calling people up to a higher one. So what does that require of all of us? Total transformation. Because we have absolutely justified all of our behaviors at times when we have been wronged to hold on to that grudge. When Jesus is saying, but I forgave you freely. It came with a major cost, but the price has been paid. There's going to be a bunch of young people that are going to be coming, 19, 20 years old. I've worked with a lot of 19, 20-year-olds for the last 10 years. And this is actually, scientifically speaking, a 19-year-old goes through the same process as a 2-year-old goes through. Now, what do I mean by that? A 2-year-old goes through the process where they learn the word no. And they begin to learn boundaries. Meaning, they think they can create every boundary by this. No, I don't want to. And we have kind of titled it and tagged it the terrible twos. Because they're typically, not always, and my children will not be that way in Jesus' name. We will skip right over the terrible twos, so I don't speak that over them. But often we've seen the pattern where 2-year-olds can be very defiant, a bit unruly, and very stubborn and they're thinking and their way is the right way and they're going to do it their way because that's the way they want to do it. It's a 2-year-old. And they throw tantrums and it's not a very pretty age. They're very cute physically, but the rest of them sometimes is a bit challenging, right? Well, at 19 years old, scientifically, they go through the exact same process. Here's the scary thing. They're adults now.
Wow.
They have authority. They're actually legally an adult. They're completely held accountable for all their decisions, actions, words, and feelings. So it's a little bit scarier because a 2-year-old, you can still contain it. A 19-year-old, you can't. I've worked with them for many years. So a 19-year-old is equivalent to a 2-year-old. But it is a little scarier.
Yikes.
You're going to have a house full of 19-year-olds. But here's the beauty of it. Here's the beauty of it. When you love on them, what you get out of them is this incredible sweetness for God. And when they encounter an unconditional love, this is a message we're ministering to young people. When they encounter unconditional love, they'll tell you things simply for shock factor. And if your response is, I'm going to call you to a higher standard always. I'm never just going to say that's okay. I'm always going to call you to a higher standard. But I'm always going to love you. When they encounter that message and that mother and fathering, what you get out of this generation is incredible. But they have to feel loved. And they have to feel believed in. And they have to feel safe. Why am I spending time on this? Because I feel like I'm giving a parenting seminar for a bunch of foster parents. Because it's a motherless and it's a fatherless generation, truly. And it doesn't matter your age. You're going to mother and father this next generation. And it has to be done in love. It has to be done with grace and mercy. They want to be called to a higher standard. They want to be told, you're better than that. Come on, you're better than that. But they want it done in love. You know, Paul became Paul because of Barnabas.
That's right.
You know, Paul was like a Judas. He betrayed, he killed Christians, he turned on people. And when he had such a conversion, everyone's like, that's great, but I don't have anything to do with him. He killed my friend. I'm certainly not going to believe in him or give him a place of honor, or certainly not going to let him minister with me.
Wow.
But who did? Barnabas. Barnabas says, I have favor. I have clout. He knew he had favor. He knew his position. And he used it to share it with a Paul. A Paul who, on the world standards, didn't deserve it. And you guys, us as a church, are going to be like a Barnabas. We're going to come along the martyrs and the people that have cursed the church. We're going to say, but I've seen a real transformation in your life. I've seen the fruit. I've seen you change. I've seen your heart become soft. I've seen you become repentant toward the things of God. I've seen you hunger